intentionally, when I was pregnant, hid. Not because I was embarrassed, not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private, but because it was a moment very sacred.
Kids are these. Erika Kirk provided this as proof of where she was September 9th.
So let's talk about Erika Kirk, because here's the thing. Erika has a history, a documented pattern of lying about the most random, mundane details of her life. We're talking about things that don't even matter. She lied about never dating anyone before Charlie. She lied about not drinking alcohol. Small lies, sure, but why lie about things like that? Well, those allegations, they're about to go to a much darker level, because now we're not just talking about little white lies anymore. Now we're talking about accusations that Erika faked entire pregnancies. And that raises a pretty serious question. Is Erika Kirk just heartless, or is she playing a role in something much bigger? A psyop, maybe? And here's where things get interesting. The source of these explosive claims? Erika's estranged half-sister. Yeah, a half-sister that, by the way, Erika has never mentioned publicly. Her name is Tanya Segrist, and according to her, Erika faked all of her pregnancies. Every single one. Tanya claims Erika has no biological children whatsoever.
I said, if ever you want to talk to Daddy, you just look up to the sky and start talking to him. He can hear you. So listen.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds absolutely insane, right? Unbelievable. But given Erika's established pattern of lying, it suddenly becomes a lot more plausible. So let's look at the evidence, or rather, the lack of it. There are no legitimate photos of Erika visibly pregnant. None. The only piece of evidence that exists is one suspicious ultrasound clip. And trust me, we're going to explain exactly why that clip is so questionable. But Erika has an explanation for all this. She claims she hid her pregnancies for privacy. Privacy, that's what she says. Okay.
The day she was like, tell me about Daddy's day in heaven. So we talk about that at night. And then sometimes I'll say, well, tell me what you think he did in heaven today. And I just try to make it exciting, because heaven's our home. So I just want her to know that Daddy is having so much fun and building a place for her and our family.
But here's where that excuse completely falls apart. This is the same woman who publicly filmed her husband's dead body, the same woman who allowed merch sales at his funeral, the same woman who charged people money to take photos with a replica of the assassination scene. But sure, Erika, you were worried about privacy during your pregnancies. And speaking of those kids, have you actually seen clear photos of their faces? Because I haven't, which raises another disturbing possibility. What if these children are just props? What if they're not even hers? And if that's true, we have to ask, was Charlie in on this, or was he being deceived too? Now, let me introduce you properly to this half-sister, because this isn't just some internet rumor. Tanya Segrist is real, verified, confirmed through legal documentation, and the fact that Erika has never mentioned having a half-sister, the fact that these two sisters appear to be completely estranged, that's already strange enough. But we have proof. Divorce documents from Erika's mother, Lori Fransky, confirm the existence of two daughters, Erika and Tanya. That's right, Tanya Segrist, born the 5th of December, 1969. This establishes both credibility and legitimacy. This woman exists. A little family background here.
Aren't done, are you?
We might have one more.
Okay.
I'm kind of torn. The only reason why I'm torn is because I had C-sections for both. So I'm like, how many more times does Charlie need to see my organs? So I mean,
Lori divorced Erika's father back in 1998. After the divorce, Erika lived with her mother, but Tanya was already emancipated by then. There's a significant age gap between the sisters, which suggests they had completely different upbringings, and Tanya's father, still unidentified. So how did all of this come to light? An anonymous tip was sent directly to Candace Owens. The source claims to be close to Tanya, and the allegation is simple but shocking. Erika was never pregnant, not once. The ultrasound footage, allegedly staged. Let's break down that ultrasound footage, shall we? Erika posted an Instagram montage that includes a pregnancy test, an ultrasound, hospital scenes, and footage of her with a visible belly. Charlie appears in the footage. So does Erika's mother. On the surface, it looks legitimate, but then you look closer at the sonogram details, and suddenly there are red flags everywhere. The name listed on the ultrasound is Erika France, not Erika Kirk. Now, France is her maiden name, but when you combine all of these details, it starts to look suspicious. And then there's the whistleblower claim.
You did get married.
yes,
You have 2 kids.
2 precious babies.
And you told me this in private, but how many kids did you guys want to have?
We wanted to have 4. Yeah.
And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got murdered.
Candace spoke to someone who allegedly saw an Erika lookalike at a secret military meeting. And when did this meeting supposedly take place? One day before Charlie's assassination. Now, Erika tried to defend herself. She sent TPUSA spokesman Andrew Colvett a photo meant to serve as an alibi. The photo was dated September 9th and showed Erika with her kids. The intention? To disprove the military meeting claim. But there are major problems with that alibi photo. First of all, the children's faces are covered. Why? And second, the boy in the photo appears to be 3 to 4 years old. But here's the issue. Charlie's son should have been around 16 months old at that time. That age discrepancy is impossible to ignore. We can actually compare this to a photo from the son's first birthday just 4 months earlier. And when you look at those two images side by side, the inconsistency is glaring. The child looks completely different. And while we're on the subject of Erika's children, let's talk about how she refers to them. She frequently mentions her daughter all the time, but she rarely acknowledges the son, which raises yet another question. Whose child is actually in that alibi photo? Oh, and remember those C-sections Erika claimed to have had? Yeah, she previously stated she'd had 2 C-sections and used that as a reason for hesitating about having more kids. But later, she claims that she and Charlie wanted 4 children. 4. And suddenly, there's no mention of C-sections anymore. Funny how that works. Here's the bigger picture. Nothing about Erika Kirk adds up. The marriage details feel off. The kid's existence is unclear. Erika's entire life before TPUSA is murky at best. And let's talk about that wedding for a second, because this wasn't just any wedding. The luxury wedding reception was paid for by TPUSA donors. There was a fundraiser held during the reception itself. The whole event was scheduled to align with TPUSA's 9th anniversary, and it was legally expensed to TPUSA. So here's the big question. Was Charlie in on it? If the pregnancies were fake, Charlie should have known, right? That raises the very real possibility that Charlie was actively participating in whatever this is. But then we have to ask the counter question.
I said, if ever you want to talk to Daddy, you just look up to the sky and start talking to him. He can hear you. It's always me, Robert.
The other day she was like, tell me about Daddy's day in heaven. So we talk about that at night. And then sometimes I'll say, well, tell me what you think he did in heaven today. And I just try to make it exciting, because heaven's our home. So I just want her to know that Daddy is having so much fun and building a place for her and our family.
If he was involved, why would they eliminate him? And it's not just us asking these questions anymore. Public skepticism is growing. Commenters across the internet are expressing disbelief about the pregnancies. People are pointing out how odd this behavior is for a couple that supposedly promoted family values. Even the authenticity of the marriage itself is being questioned. So let's end with this. Erika's motives. She claims to value family above all else, yet she allegedly hid her pregnancies from the world. She's rarely seen with her supposedly fatherless children, and when you step back and look at the full picture, it becomes pretty clear. Erika appears far more loyal to TPUSA than she does to her own family. So what's really going on here? That's the question we need to answer.